So letters have loomed large in my life, and it's something I'm deeply grateful for. I grew up in a family where we wrote each other letters, sent letters. I grew up singing in a professional children's choir where we would tour for weeks at a time, and my mother would hide little notes for me in there. Every summer at camp, my father loved to send me notes and letters. They were the best, and like he'd include articles and little stickers of historical figures with silly ridiculous quotes of theirs. He would sometimes set up these like little scavenger hunts for us if we had been away for a while and he hadn't been with us, or when I came home from some of these long trips or whatever. And even that I kind of consider like a form of letter writing, because he'd write these poetic clues and I'd have to go all over the house to find the next one and things like that. There's something, even in a world where we can text each other and message each other and direct message and all of these different electronic ways in which we can communicate in the digital demi-monde. I mean, there's something really powerful about physical letters. Writing of any kind is second draft. We get to reflect on it. But ideally, to kind of paraphrase my father, it should sound as like we speak, but a little bit better, because you do have the foresight and the ability to reflect on it, to edit it, to polish it, just to think about it enough. So hopefully it's not, too contrived or artificial, but it is perhaps a little bit more organized and clear than when we're just contemporaneously speaking. And so I am a very loquacious, verbose person, for better or worse. So I like to write, and there's something I love about holding a letter in my hand, because too, when you're handwriting it, there's something not artistic in that, I don't have any great, skilled drawing or painting, but in that I can, craft how the language and the text on the page looks, and I can include little pictures if I need to outline something. And there's something, in the way that content equals form and form equals content, the way in which I choose to write, the whimsicality of my script, or the neatness of it, or the way it's structured into columns or not, is transmuting and conveying something beyond the words themselves. Because, a lot of psychologists have studied language and have determined that what we're saying is really only 3 to 5%. I mean, some would even say even less than that in the words. It's the tone, it's the gesture, it's the timbre, it's the cadence. And so when it comes to our writing, it's also the presentation as much as it is the words themselves. And so for many years, I've been working on, although I just haven't had much time to finish it, a one-woman show piece about letters, what they've meant in my life. I think I have written letters to all the great loves of my life, and sometimes they've come back returned and sometimes not. I've also had many romances that were initiated through letters, or were kind of grown and developed through letters, but also just some of my dearest friends that I grew up with. We would send letters to each other while we were away at camps, different camps in the summers. And my dearest friends, we still, send birthday or special occasion cards. It hits different than an email. It hits different than just a text. It's really, I think, an unsung artistic form. So I encourage you to send a letter if you want to spread a little joy, if you want to surprise someone, because I mean, like, they're in an age of instant gratification where you can order something on Instagram before you even know what you ordered. If there's something so not just kind of analog about sending a letter, but it's, I don't know, wistful and whimsical all at the same time. If you want to do something unexpected, send somebody a letter today. It doesn't have to be terribly long. Just the act of keeping the USPS busy can be a great gift on many fronts.